Okay, guys, today during FUNdations, we are going to continue our study of the controlled R syllable types. And remember, our controlled R syllable types this week are all going to say the same sound. So let's get our brains warmed up on our closed exception sounds that we've been struggling with. So I'm going to say it, you're going to repeat it. O-L-D, old. O-L-T, olt. O-S-T, ost. I-L-D, ild. I-N-D, ind. All right, great job. Now what we're going to do is we are going to review our suffixes. So you are going to repeat after me. N-E-S-S, ness. I-S-H, ish. A-B-L-E, able. E-S-T, est. Excellent job. Okay, I'm going to remind you, we just worked on some syllable types to review. I need you to raise your hand and tell me what syllable type we just talked about. Yep, this is the closed exception syllable. These are syllables that the vowel looks like it should be a closed syllable, except it says its name. Now, I need someone to raise your hand and tell me, where do we find our suffixes in our word? Yep, you're going to find your suffix at the end of a word. It does not count as a syllable in your word. It is the suffix, and we can remove it. All right, now what we are going to do is we are going to review some of our flashcards, okay? So the first trick words that we're going to review are the ones we talked about beginning of the week, okay? I want you to read the word, and then I want you to spell the word, and then I want you to say the word. Picture. P-I-C-T-U-R-E. Picture. Learn. L-E-A-R-N. Learn. Earth. E-A-R-T-H. Earth. And if we have time, you will play the flashcard game at the end to see who gets the most boys or girls. Okay? Now, we have a word of the day today. I want you to quietly tap the sounds in our word of the day. S, qu, What's my word? Squirm. Very good. Do you see an R-controlled vowel? Yep. You should. Your R-controlled vowel is I-R. I know that this is one syllable because it has one vowel, and the vowel type is, or the syllable type is, you should have said R-controlled. This is an R-controlled vowel. Our word of the day is squirm. Can you think of another word that means squirm? When I think of squirm, I think of somebody who's just uncomfortable and they're all just moving around. So I might say wiggle. Wiggle might be another word for squirm. Okay? Remind me again, what is the R-controlled vowel in our word? IR. What does IR say? Very good. Okay, now I'm going to give you some more words that have the R-controlled vowel, and we are going to practice reading them. Your first word is your second word is, and your last word is. Okay, your job is to go ahead and tap each of these words out quietly. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Okay, I need you to raise your hand and tell me, what is the R-controlled vowel in the first word? The R-controlled vowel is ER. Very good. Now, let's say the sounds in that word. B. What's my word? Verb. Very good. Now, I want you to raise your hand and look at number 2 and tell me, what is the R-controlled sound or the R-controlled vowel in that word? It is IR. Very good. And what does IR say? Very good. Just like ER, IR is going to say the same sound. Okay, look at the last word. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the R-controlled vowel is. Yep, it is UR. And what does UR say? So, if we go and tap our word out, our word is burp. I forgot to tap this one out, so let's go ahead and say all the sounds. What's our word? Twirl. Very good. So I've identified the R-controlled vowel in each word. So now I'm going to label it. That syllable is a one-syllable word, and that vowel is an R-controlled vowel. This word is a one-syllable word, and the vowel type is R-controlled. Same thing in our last word. It's a one-syllable word, and it is an R-controlled vowel. Okay, so your job right now is to get your student notebook out, and you are going to write our word of the day in the vocabulary section. So you're going to turn to the S section of your workbook, and you are going to write our word of the day. The word of the day is squirm. I'm going to put it up and mark it up. Your job is to make sure that you mark it up correctly. Okay, go ahead and write that word squirm in your notebook. Mark it up correctly. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do so. Okay, everybody should have the word squirm written in their notebook. You haven't closed it yet because we still need a sentence. Remember, I told you squirm is another word for wiggle or move. So I want you right now to raise your hand, and I want you to think of a sentence to say that has the word squirm in it. Okay, we're going to write a sentence that has the word squirm in it. Okay, the sentence you're going to write in your notebook is, the girl will squirm around. I'm going to give you 1 minute to write the sentence, the girl will squirm around. Okay, now what we're going to do is play a little game. I'm going to put up some words for you, and you have to decide which R-controlled sound goes in the middle. Remember, we practiced this on the very first day, so you have to figure out which one looks right. So, this is our first word. Okay, you know that we have 3 R-controlled vowels that could go in the middle. So raise your hand if you can tell me what you think that first word is. Yep, that word is going to be third because each one of these vowel sounds is going to say er. So your job with your table group is to figure out how to spell third. Is it T-H-E-R-D? Is it T-H-U-R-D? Or is it T-H-I-R-D? You have 10 seconds. Once your group has an answer, raise your hand. Okay, what do you think the answer is? Yep, you are correct. It should be T-H-I-R-D. What is our word? Third. Very good. Okay, here is your next word. Okay. You know that your vowel sound is So what is our word going to be? Yep, our word is clerk. Okay. So do we spell clerk C-L-E-R-K? C-L-U-R-K? C-L-I-R-K. Go ahead and talk with your table and figure out the way that we spell clerk. Once you have your answer, raise your hand. Okay, how should we spell clerk? Which R-controlled vowel sound should we put? Yep, it is C-L-E-R-K. And a clerk might be someone that you see when you go to the grocery store. It's the person scanning the groceries. That might be a grocery store clerk. Okay, here is your next word. Okay, you know that your vowel sound is going to be because we have our R-controlled sounds. So what is our word going to be? Our word is hurt. So your job with your table partner is to figure out how we spell hurt. Is it H-E-R-T? Is it H-U-R-T? Or is it H-I-R-T? Go ahead and talk with your table and figure out the way that we spell the word hurt. Okay, how do we spell the word hurt? It is H-U-R-T. What's our word? Hurt. Awesome job. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and move on. And your job now is to take the story, The Red Planet from Miss Hembry, and you are going to write your name at the top, and you are going to, until everyone is ready, silently read the story, The Red Planet. Go ahead and write your name and start reading. Okay, so everybody should have their paper. Everybody should have their name at the top. And now you should have already started reading a little bit about The Red Planet. Your job right now, I'm going to set a timer and you're going to have 1 minute. You're going to go on an R-controlled vowel hunt. You are going to circle any words in your story that have the R-controlled vowel sounds we're talking about this week. E-R, U-R, I-R. Go ahead and take 1 minute to find those words, sound them out so you will know them. Okay, now that you've had time to do that, you are going to follow along. I will read first. After I read, you are also pointing. Once I have finished, you will then go back and read with me. And after we read together, you and your partner sitting next to you will practice reading the story together. Okay, fingers under the words. You are following with your finger only as I read. Okay, now we're going to read as a partner group. So go ahead and put your fingers under the words and we are going to read together. Here we go. And now you and your neighbor are going to partner read. You are going to read together and you are going to help each other with any words that you do not know.